Hello mathematicians, here is the video for Home Connections page 5 and page 6. Alright, so you're either doing the work on your own, then watching the video, or maybe doing the work on your own and then watching the end of the video to see all of the answers. And if you get something wrong, just go back to that part of the video. You also, as long as you're using your brain, you could also do your homework with the video. Alright, number 1 and number 2 are just visual representations of multiplication and division. So notice that in the first picture, this picture is 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, you could say, wide. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tall. So either 4 times 5 or 5 times 4, okay? And that equals 20. And I know it equals 20 because if I were to fill in 4 times 5 and shade it all in, guess how many boxes would be shaded? 20. Okay, so that's just a visual representation of 4 times 5 or 5 times 4. All right, now this next one is a little bit different because it's division. So usually when we divide, we start with the biggest number. So the biggest number is how many squares are there total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 squares total. And if we divide by how tall it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the answer is 3 because that's how wide it is. So this picture is showing 4 times 5 equals 20, or 5 times 4 equals 20, or 20 divided by 5 is 4, or 20 divided by 4 is 5. And this picture is showing 3 times 6 is 18, or 6 times 3 is 18, or division. 18 divided by 6 is 3, or 18 divided by 3 is 6. So we're looking at how tall it is, how wide it is, and how many squares are shaded in. So we can see a lot of multiplication and a lot of division in those pictures. All right, number 3. Copy one of the equations you wrote and write a problem situation. Guys, that's like a story. So we're going to write a story to go with it. And it can be really simple. I think I'm going to pick my first one. Okay, so I'm going to choose this equation. Okay, and my equation story, let's see. I had 4 friends. I gave them each 5 stickers. So 4 friends, 5 stickers each, 4 times 5. How many stickers did they get in all? All right, my story could be totally different than your story. As long as your story either matches this equation or your story matches this equation. Like, I had 18 cookies. I divided it between 6 people. How many cookies did we each get? 3. So some kind of a story to match either one of those equations. So my story and your story could be totally different, and it could still be correct. All right, number 4, I see kind of a number line down here, and it looks like it's all facts of 5. Okay, so 2 times 5, the answer is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. And 6 times 5 is 30. All right, on this next one, I can see that the numbers are going up by 3. Okay, so, there's a couple of ways to look at this. So notice that here, they're going up by 3. So I'm going to make a 12 there. And yep, it's going up by 3. And over here at the top, it's going up by 1. So this would be 3, that would be 6, and that would be 8. The multiplication that's happening in this picture, 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 8 times 3 is 24. So there's lots of patterns. You might have skip counted here, or maybe you thought of it as facts of 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 3 is 12, and so on and so on. Okay, so lots of patterns there. All right, on to page 6. Number 6, Ms. Still's class has music for 50 minutes, then independent reading for 20 minutes. Music starts at 8:30. What time does she finish independent reading? For time problems, I love number lines. Number lines, I really like using them for time the best. So if music starts at 8:30, I'm going to use that number line and I'm going to jump 50 minutes, and then I'm going to jump another 20 minutes. You also could put those two things together. 50 plus 20 equals 70, and I'm going to jump 70 minutes. So you could do two separate jumps, or you could try to jump it all kind of in one big chunk. I think I'm going to go ahead and jump 70 minutes, but first I'm just going to jump 1 hour. And of course, 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 8:30 plus another hour is 9:30. Now I'm supposed to jump 70 minutes. I've only jumped 60. So I need to jump 10 more minutes. And 9:30 plus 10 more minutes is 9:40. So there's my final answer, and I think I'll circle it so it really jumps off the page. Okay? You could also jump 50 minutes and then another 20 minutes, but however you jump, even if your jumps look different than mine, looks like independent reading is going to finish at 9:40. Number 7, Carlos spends 3 times as much time playing soccer as he does playing video games. This weekend, he spent 3 hours playing soccer. How much time did he spend playing video games? Kids would be tempted to do 3 times 3 and get an answer of 9. But look, Carlos spends 3 times as much time playing soccer. So he plays more soccer and he plays less video games. So instead of 3 times 3, I'm going to do 3 divided by 3. So he plays 1 hour of video games. Okay. And finally, number 8. Ms. Ford's class starts art. Ooh, I'm going to use a number line. I can already tell. Ms. Ford's class starts art at 9:30 and it finishes at 10:15. They spend twice as much time in math class as they do in art class. If they start math at 1:10, what time do they finish? I first need to figure out how much time this is. So from 9:30 to 10:15, let's see. I'm going to jump from 9:30 up to 10:15 to see how much time that is. I'm going to jump 30 minutes to get me to 10. And I'm going to jump another 15 minutes to get me to 10:15. So this is art class. And how much time is this? I'm going to count my jumps. 30 plus 15, that means they spend 45 minutes in art. All right, that's just the first part. Then it says they spend twice as much time in math class. All right, so what is, if I double 45, twice as much? Ooh, that means 90 minutes. That's what I need to do for math. Okay? All right, if I start math at 1:10, if they start math at 1:10, what time do they finish? So I'm starting at 1:10, and math is twice as long as art, so math is 90 minutes. So I have to jump 90 minutes. Now, I know 90 minutes is 60 minutes, which is an hour. So now we're at 2:10, right? From 1:10 to 2:10. but I've only jumped 60 minutes. I've got to jump 90 minutes. So I'm going to jump 30 more minutes. There's my 90. Let's see what time math ends. 210 plus 30 would be 240. So math class ends at 2:40. So we figured out how long was art, and we doubled it. And then we jumped that 90 minutes. If math starts here, 90 minutes later, it ends there. All right, here are the answers for page 5. Remember, your story can be different than mine. And page 6. All right, kiddos, I will see you in class.